Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to month 5 update. Today I have the hat on because, as you know, it is an update day, which means in a second I'll be removing this, showing you my whole head. Before I do, though, guys, I want to tell you we're going to be talking about the fact I've had 2 hair transplants. I'll be going over the number of grafts and where they were done. I'll be telling you my expectations for the coming months and comparing my results from my first hair transplant to my second one and going from there, okay? I'll be talking about how many bristles I'm feeling in every area of my head. I'll be talking about any negatives and positives I can think of and whether I'm happy. So without further ado, let's hop into it. And guys, if you have any questions for me, please comment them below or DM me on Instagram. It's Hair Transplant Reality, of course, just like the channel. And here we go. All right, cool. So been wearing a hat. I was flying on a plane today, so I didn't get a chance to brush my hair. I actually don't even have a comb with me on this trip. But as you can see, looking really good. I'm very happy. We're not at full results, guys. We are only at month 5, and of course, we're about a week behind. So I'm sorry for that, guys. I'm sure you could tell. I caught some infection, like a strep throat or a flu, and I basically was just completely down for like 4 days. It was terrible. Not ideal when you're traveling. But right now, to show you where we're in the Radisson Hotel in Sao Paulo. And basically, guys, you can see I have a ton of natural light behind me, or I should say in front of me. And of course, the bright lights above me. Hopefully that's not, I'm trying to get it so it doesn't mess up the screen. All right, cool. So that should be good enough, yes. And let's go ahead and dive into talking about where we're at in the front here, okay? So I'm gonna give you a few looks at my hair. One, pulling it back. And again, remember, it is very curly and wavy right now, guys. So it doesn't look as good as it would if I had combed it or straightened it or whatever. But it is looking good. And if you brush to the side, it looks amazing. Yeah, and if you spike it straight up, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It looks good pretty much no matter what. It is messy, very messy, but that's okay. I'm very happy with it so far. And this is obviously, let's get into the first hair transplant versus the second, okay? So to be clear, I had 2,650 grafts in the frontal, like 30% of the head, which is pretty typical when rebuilding a hairline, okay? And I had no hair there. And over the last year, I've pretty much lost all the hair in the middle and the crown. Like it's just been gone. And I couldn't take finasteride, guys. I had to do that video still. I'm so sorry. I will film that shortly as soon as I get a chance. But I couldn't take finasteride, so basically hair transplants are my main way to go. Once we get further into this hair transplant, I will be using minoxidil, but I'd like to reach month 9 for sure before I start doing that, in order to show the real results of the hair transplant itself and not of reviving of any hairs, okay? So I am doing this without any medication whatsoever, which is completely crazy. Most people will be on everything they possibly could be. And I recommend that you take what you can to ensure the best results for yourself. But I want to be very real about my hair transplant. So anyway, in the front though, I feel so many bristles when I touch my head. Like, it's crazy. It feels like, not my beard, but like half of my beard, which is a lot of hair, okay? It feels like a ton is coming in. So if we were to go ahead and talk about it in this manner, okay, I had 2,650 grafts put in the front before. I had a total of 2,800 grafts moved from the crown, mid-ground, all the way through the front. Now all the 2, 3, 4 grafts pretty much were all put in the mid-ground, okay? And then the single hair grafts, which were about, I think, if I remember correctly, I have to look this up for month 6, and I will clarify it then. But it was about between 1,000 and 1,400. I think it was 12 or 1,400 single hair grafts. Don't quote me. It was in that range though. So that number was pretty much put directly through the front line to add density and naturalness and just make it look even fuller. It already looked amazing as you saw, but I'm greedy with how I want to look, and the front hairline is most important. So why not use the softer grafts, the single grafts for the front? So that clarifies that. Now, if I'm to say that with the shock loss that I had experienced from the from the second hair transplant, excuse me, if we were to go off a regular timeline for a hair transplant's growth at 5 months, where I'm at right now, I would be at 30 to 40% of the hair growing back in on, let's say, 2,650 grafts plus, let's say, 1,200. So 3,800 grafts, let's say, at 50% grown in, and this is what it looks like, or 40%, 30%. Now, most likely some of the hair has been growing in and didn't have any shock trauma, so we are probably more like 70 to 80%, let's say, of the first hair transplant. I'm guessing, don't quote me guys, I'm not a doctor, But I can tell you that I'm not fully grown back in from the first hair transplant because I feel so many bristles. There's no way it's just the 1,000 or 1,400 that I had added. It's just not possible. And also, we're only at month 5, so that means out of the 1,200 or 1,400, right? We only are seeing 40% at most of those popping through the skin currently. So we have a long way to go with the perfectionist front line, so stay tuned with that. And I am going to get a haircut and get manicured for my month 6 so you guys see how good I really look. Because right now I'm just doing a messy video for you guys, as realistic as possible. But yeah, so besides that, right? This is the region that was done, and it looks great. Here, hold on, let me pull this down for you. This is annoying. Oh, before I do that, hold on, this is actually kind of cool. So you see how short some of these hairs are, how they barely come off this line, right? You can tell they're only like, some are very, very short and some are like an inch or so long. Compared to, I don't know what the hell is in my hair. Something just got in my head, whatever. Hold on a second. There we go. Versus this, which reaches my eyebrows, right? So that means we still have a lot of hairs at different levels of growth coming in that front line. And that's across my whole head here. Obviously, I can't really do a good job of showing that inside the hairline, but that is okay. Point being, a lot of hair is growing at different lengths. And in the next coming months, we'll see that change come in drastically. I really wish I had a comb for this, guys, but let's show you the part that was done. This is an approximate part. And here is what it looks like currently, okay? So what we're looking at here is basically 1,400 to 1,600 grafts that are starting to grow in. And remember, I had a lot of hair missing that had came out since the first hair transplant, just the natural hair, not anything else. So we have a long way to go. Am I happy with the mid-ground, guys? Honestly, it's not bad. I do realize there's something I should tell everyone, and I think it's going to be very helpful for you if you're getting the crown or middle of your head done. Those areas have less blood flow, and it means that you're going to have a slower regrowth or, just in general growth of your hair there. So it is important, and I think I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start massaging my head, and I'm going to start doing some derma rolling now. These things will just invigorate the blood flow at the top of the head and really increase the ability for it to grow. So I'm going to go back to those regimens, I think, very shortly here. And I think that'll aggressively increase the rate. So if I start doing that when I get home, let's say March 1st, I would say by June, July, we'll start seeing the hair really kick into high growth, okay? And also at that point, we'd be at like month 8, 9. So we should be able to help with that curve. So what I'm trying to say is, if you are doing your crown or the middle of your head, or actually any part of your head really, once your head is healed after the first month or 2, I would talk to your doctor and I would definitely start massaging your head, and I would start doing minoxidil, and I would start doing some derma rolling on the days you're not doing minoxidil. It's very key, guys. Do not do minoxidil on the same day or the day after you're doing derma rolling. It will seep into your skin, go into the bloodstream, and then cause massive side effects, including heart palpitations. Do not do this, okay? It's not worth it. And you can take a day or 2 off minoxidil without harming yourself. Trust me, it's fine. So, again, I'm having a ton of bristles starting to come in compared to last month. It is picking up, I can tell that. And I can tell my hair is starting to look better. It is not where I want it to be, but I have to be realistic. I'm only at month 5. And with the mid-ground, I should expect to see month 6 results around month 7 or 8. Hopefully, we can go ahead and get them around month 6 or 7. But who knows? We'll see. You just have to stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, I do think by month 6, the front of my head will look completely epic. So I think 1 more month and my hair in the front will look aggressive. And then in 3 more months, as you guys know, the front of my hair will look insane. And within a year, the whole head should look just spot on perfect, except for the crown, which I will be going back for a 3rd hair transplant somewhere between month 9 and 15 of this hair transplant, depending on how I'm feeling and depending on what my schedule's like. But yeah, I'm super excited about where we are. I, of course, wish, this would go faster. We all wish that when we're getting it. It sucks. But if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. Hit me up in the DMs on Instagram. My Instagram is Hair Transplant Reality, just like this channel. And I'm always here to answer your questions, guys. In the meantime, though, if there's anything I can do to help you guys, please let me know. I actually I had one more thing to talk to you guys about. What was it? Um, yeah, I'm going to be doing some videos with some other YouTubers shortly. Hopefully, you guys are excited for that. I want to do another one with David DeMuzio shortly. Um, but I might be traveling with him too soon, so that'd be fun. And then besides that, let's see. I think that's everything. If you want to share your results with me, or if you want to go ahead and have a conversation about getting a hair transplant, you can also reach out to me, of course, via either email, DM on Instagram, or you can go ahead and message me in the comments and we can connect that way, okay? I check the comments all the time, and I'm very good at responding to people. I do my best. Sometimes I'm a couple days late, guys, but just hit me a second time if I don't message you, okay? I'm not bothered by it. I just am busy, and I like to get a hold of you guys as soon as I can. But yeah, besides being on the weather, having a lot of fun and seeing family, working hard. Not much else is new, guys. I'll give you guys a personal update. Oh, there actually is. Oh, figured it out. I figured out what I was missing, guys. So I still have to post my week 3 and 4 videos for my workout transformation. I forgot to post those when I traveled. I had filmed them. I hadn't posted them. So I'll be posting those in the next week or so here. But the cool thing was I lost a lot of weight. And now when I get home from this trip, I've been gone for 3 weeks. We're going to see what 3 weeks off of that diet, which is a really stringent diet, going back into drinking and eating anything I want. Basically, we're going to see how much weight I really gained. And then we're going to go ahead and start getting back into the workout grind and back in the dieting grind after that. So I'm hoping ideally spend 1 month or so working out hard when I get back, and then maybe hit the diet, or 2 months working out hard and then hit the diet again. Point is, by 30 years old, I want to look as good as possible. That's July 3rd. So basically, we got a few months, guys. I mean, my hair is going to look just spot on when we get to my birthday, and I'd like to have my body right there with it. If you guys are going to follow those videos, please subscribe, check out more of my content, and of course, guys, thank you so much for your support. It means the world. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.